Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Bernaid Flurnoy. We're doing part two of this lovely lady, making a couple of adjustments. I'm going to send out my notifications on social media. So while I'm doing that, please, please, please get your art supplies and come on and join me. It's a beautiful fall day, but we're inside, we're painting. This is kind of like my version of self-care. So I'm inviting you into my studio. So let's see what else. Facebook group. The link should be in the comment section or the description. So my Facebook group currently is no charge. So come on in, get your few painting tips. And I know there's some business folks in there as well. Some of the paint party ladies. I think I posted either yesterday or today. I try to post once a month so that you can share what you do. You might be opening up a membership, or you might have some things that business owners or new beginners may like some of your things. So what do they say? Collaboration over competition. There are some amazing creatives in that Facebook group. So if you're not a member yet, go over there and hop in there. And then once a month, check out and see what they have. Maybe down the line, I may offer it more than once a month. But right now, I'm glad to offer it once a month. Hoping that microphone is kicking in. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better sound. I'm going to share once again on Facebook, and then I'm going to come right back and join you, and we're going to throw a little bit of paint around. So welcome. Come on through. All right. Now, if I could play some music, I would play some here. But because the different platforms allow different things, I'm not going to mess around with that because I've been penalized before. Okay, so let me go to the painted pose. Awesome. And I'll share that to my story. And I'll share that just regular. And then I am going to share it in my group. Can I share it to another page? All right. So I'll share it to the Paint Party online pop-up shop, which is the one where I send more of the. Oh, grab your art supplies. We're painting up in here today. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to share it to my group. How we mute this, y'all? Okay, there we go. I think it's muted now. And then I am ready to throw this paint around. So I've got acrylic craft paint. If you have watercolor paint, that will work also on canvas. If you have some colored pencils or oil pastel, try them on some canvas, or of course, print it out. So let me share it in one more place. And then we are ready. Oh, my voice is just, oof. Sometimes you have to keep going. Okay, why am I not able to share this? All right, let me get out of that. So we have to go down another channel. Let me try one more time here, and then we're going to come back and join you. More options, share to a group. That's where I wanted it to go. And if you just popped on, in my comments or description or something, there's my Facebook group. And like I said, right now, there's no charge to join that. There are some amazing business owners in there that may have some things that you're interested in. I may not be your cup of tea. That's all right. That's all right. I may not be doing what you need right now. That's okay. Stick with us. There are people doing all kinds of wonderful things. So, like I said, collaboration over competition is the buzzwords out here. All right. So I've shared out. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube. I am on the Painted Poses business page, and I've shared to my personal story, my personal timeline, and in my group. So without further ado, let's switch the cameras around for the view to get a better view of the painting. And let me see if I can switch back over to the comments. Sometimes I can see them, sometimes I can't. So if you're saying something, I'm not being rude. It's just one of those things. I don't know. The technology is wonderful. All right. So I'm blown up right there. Okay. So I think the lighting is actually pretty good. All right. Let me bust these paints open, and I'm going to cut out all of that other stuff and formally introduce myself. I am Bernaid Flournoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night and weekends, paint party instructor, and I make art kits, custom designs as well, custom kits, custom paint party designs. If you need them, you just let me know. My intake form, I probably need to start including that. My intake form is on my website. Even if you don't have anything coming up until January, February, or even October of next year, let's have a conversation, see what you might be interested in. Okay, y'all, I'm struggling to open up this page. You know what? I'm going to leave that one alone. All right, so we're going to open up a fresh new one, and you can't see what I'm doing. Let me get over here. So these are the paint pots that I like to use. I'm going to tip you on over here. Let's see if I'll get this microphone out of the way where it's all right here. You are right here with me, and we're ready to begin. Okay, so I've got my paint pots right here, and I don't really want to open them up right on top of my canvas, but the good thing about acrylic paint is you can paint right over it if there's some kind of mistake. So let me keep going. What are you working with today? Are you working with the craft acrylic paint like I use? Now this you can get from Walmart in their crafting aisle. The Plaid Apple Barrel brand is pretty good. And I also use, well, pretty much anything. But these are the go-tos. Craft Smart by Michaels. Those are readily available. And, there are some people that use Deco Art. I think Martha Stewart has a line, and there are a couple others out there too. Dollar Tree even has, let's see, here we go. Dollar Tree even has a line of paints, but I haven't tried those yet. I've got them in my bag down here. Y'all, let me get off camera right here so I can put this down on this table. I'm going to try them live. Maybe this week because I want to do a couple more videos. All right. Oh, wait. All right. So I have lots of lovely blue paint right here. I don't know if you see, I've got my water ready. I'm just going to dip my brushes in. I'm going to dip this little paper towel in and wipe the paint off of my fingers here. And yeah, let's get started. So it is about, let's see, how many, I'm going to say, what did we spend? Maybe about 40 minutes. I don't even think this is 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes on the last painting session. Oh, wow, this white is dried out. That is not cool at all. That is not cool. Okay, let me put some right over here on my plate. I don't need a lot because I just really want to paint over this this little area right here, where right by the nose area, we're gonna kind of paint that white because that was a little mistake from before. Then we're going to continue on with the hair and see how that comes alive really quickly. So I'm going to get a little bit up in here. And because this is fabric and not paper, you might need to make sure that you press that into the fabric. You don't want it to be thick. I'd much rather you do 2 or maybe 3 thin coats. I'm sorry, you guys. I have to back up because I don't have my extra eye help out here with me. So I always like to have my dryer right here. And I think I'm going to mute you because I just want to dry that because I don't want that to smear. So let me mute right fast. All right, so that's heated up there. That's going to dry pretty quickly over there. And right now, I think I want to look and see where I might want a second coat of brown. And even though I use the basic colors in my paint pods, you can mix all of the other colors. Now, they may not be as vibrant. You know, the orange here that we would mix here would still be a good orange, but some of the ones that are chemically produced and all that, you know, maybe a more vibrant orange. And of course, choose that. There's so many colors in that painting aisle in Michael's and Walmart. But this is like a bright blue, bright yellow, bright red, and just a plain old white, black, and magenta. You know, they might call this some other kind of pink or whatever, but it's, you know, like a dark, rich pink. The magenta and the blue will make a good violet. And of course, the red and the yellow mixed together will make a good orange. Okay. And then you lighten your colors with white and you darken them with black. So those are some of the basic things. But just like you, I am attracted to all of those pre-made colors and I purchase them as well. But the basics, we can rock out with the basics. I just went on ahead and picked up brown. We can mix a brown for the skin tone, but sometimes it's just easier to just go ahead and pick up some skin tone. But an easy way to mix skin tones is to start with orange and then add a little bit of white to get the more peachy tones, and then start with orange and then add just a little bit of black, maybe a little dash of blue to kind of get the darker, more milk chocolate skin tones. So, art lesson over for the day for that. Let's go ahead and, did I squeeze out brown? No, I pulled it on air, but I didn't squeeze it out. All right. Squeezing out just a dab here, and we're ready to rock and roll. Now, when you're painting, you don't want to get that paint. Let me see where I am. Paint all the way right on up to the metal part. You want to try to keep that paint about halfway down. Let's see. Let me see if this light is right here. So I don't know if you see that. I just kind of get that tip in there and I kind of wiggle it around because I want enough, but not too much. So I'm going right up underneath the nose area. Right up underneath the eyes, eyebrow area. Okay, I'm going to go right back inside of the ears here. And up underneath the neck here. And a little bit of paint goes a long way. Okay. But I also have to take into account that there are a lot of, I'm going to get a little water and just kind of fade this part out right here. There are a lot of beginners. And one of the main mistakes is they use too much paint. So usually at a paint party, I'm going to tell you, you know, the main mistakes to avoid so you can, you know, have a good painting experience. So I'm just going to get a little bit of water and fade this on out down here. So it's not such a streaky hard edge. Now I may want to come back and do a full second coat, but I just wanted to kind of get a little bit going up underneath here. And yeah, let's keep it moving. All right. Instead of just swishing my brush in the water, I usually try to dip in there a little bit and wiggle it out on my paper towel. That helps keep my water a little bit fresher, a little bit longer. But, you know, everybody does things a little bit differently. You might just want to swish in the bottom and keep it moving. And that is perfectly okay. Let me make sure Hello there. Hi there. Hello, hello. Thank you for popping in. Hoping you are well. Now let me know if you painting now. If you painting, you want to hop on. I've been wanting to test that guest feature out. I'm going to go ahead and dip into this blue here. And let's see. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with this earring. I'm just going to go ahead and paint this part of blue. Now, of course, if you have any feedback, for me, like I said, I may or may not see your comment, but I'm glad I was able to see Tracy's there. But I hate to say that the technology can sometimes be fickle. Overall, it works well, but sometimes it just, I don't know. And yesterday was one of those days. I'm coming in here to go live like I normally do. This happened a couple weeks ago as well. I press, play, so to speak, and I have no camera. Or the software is not recognizing the camera. But today I turned it on. I guess it must have reset or something overnight and apologized or something to me or whatever, but I've got access to the camera. So now I may have to wait and let this dry because I was going to add just maybe okay, there we go. All right, so we got that blue popping a little bit, and we might come back and outline that with a black marker. Yes, that may be low-key cheating, but I got coffee in there waiting for me, and so my hands may be a little bit wiggly squiggly. I'm not going to go through that until today, okay? All right. Just, making that church announcement. How about that? All right, so I'm cleaning out my brush, and I remember my grandmother and my dad, they would like to clean the kitchen as they went along, so it wouldn't be a whole lot of cleanup at the end. So that's kind of what I do. Now, I could use that larger brush, but these are the two main ones that I put in the kit, so I'm going to use this size here, so you can see you can still get some stuff done. So I am doing my peanut butter jelly. All right, I'm just really making sure this stuff is pushed into all of the grooves in the canvas. Now, then I can come back and, spread it out later. I mean, smooth it out. That's what I'm saying, because I'm spreading it out right now. And I kind of swoop it up, and I make sure I have some right on the tip of the brush to push it along, kind of like a push broom, so to speak. All right, so I'm just kind of going along, and I'm going to stand up because I can't see. All right, so I'm going to just go along and push this along. I'm going to get this extra paint here. Slide that along, going back in to dip a little bit more so I don't have too much on the tip. I wipe it off a little bit and then go back in there. All right. So now we're getting around here, y'all. And for those of you sitting in the back, I am not putting on any baby hairs, okay? This is a grown woman right here, so if you want baby hairs on yours, by all means, feel free, okay? I just felt Granny Pearl come through, so I just thought I would announce that, okay? Just in case anybody was wondering, in case you came a little bit late, you missed the bulk of the announcement. The recap is we ain't doing that. I'm sorry, we are not doing that. So I am going right along this edge here, and I need to reach out because I think the term is cutting right along that edge. When you're painting a wall, you go in the corners and kind of use a smaller brush before you use that big roller. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of peanut butter and jelly. because I just really want to make sure this is going in all of the grooves. And I'm going to be quiet here just for a second. All right, so I'm just kind of going back over and smoothing this out a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to get a smaller brush here in a moment. Get just a little more paint over here. All right, so that's coming along nicely there. So then I'm going to get a smaller brush to go in this smaller area. I could stick with this one, but then, it'll take a little bit longer. Now, if you notice, I didn't clean that black out because I may need a second coat. So we're going to move along this part pretty quickly. All right, I'm going to go back in and dip and get a little bit more paint. And I'm trying to keep it right near the tip of the brush hairs there. Uh-oh, did I put my hand in the paint? No, I didn't. All right, so we're coming along here pretty good. Now I still have some spaces there, but I think it's coming along pretty nicely. All right. I'm just checking this out to see if we're getting what we're thinking we're doing here. So sometimes you got to step back away a little bit and kind of see what's going on. I am now going to add a little bit of black inside of that sunflower. We didn't do that before, so we got a little bit up in there now. All right, so we're going to let this area dry a little bit, see if we need a second coat. I think I'm just going to still clean out my brushes right fast. All right. Like I said, I don't know what you're working on today. Hopefully it's a little bit of self-care. Woo, going out here to work every day, it's not always the easiest thing to do. And then sometimes you get a little bit tired And then you have to do your chores on the weekend and everything. And, sometimes it can be a little bit, overwhelming. But sometimes you do have to stop so that you can get rejuvenated. Now, I don't know if has this been kind of crooked the whole time. It sure has, hasn't it? Pardon me. Okay, so it's coming along pretty well, and I'm thankful about that. Okay, all right. Let's see if I can move this light back just a little bit and still have the same effect. Let's see if we can do that over here as well and still have the same effect. I guess I better angle it that way. So now we're doing okay as far as light is concerned. Yep. All right. So we're just letting this dry out a little bit to see what our next move is. And I think we're going to go in with a little lip color. Let's see. Usually I will mix it right on the lips just to kind of see what's going on. Oh, I keep forgetting this is still kind of it's almost dry. But I've been pretty good so far. I haven't put my hand in it. It's been close though. So I'm coming in here with this dark, but I'm going to lighten it up here in a moment. I want to make sure that space at the top of the lip, right in that corner right here, you want to make sure that is darker because it's like a little teeny tiny little cave or cavern right up in there. All right, so I'm grabbing just a little bit of red. All right, so we're just taking a little bit of care as we're going around the lips right here with the tip of that brush. Let me bring it up a little bit closer so that you can see a little bit better. Let me bring my light up here. Okay, so there it is. And the earrings definitely need to have another coat. But like I said, if we outline it, all right, that's coming along nicely. It's a really elegant, simple design done by one of, I'm in a couple of groups actually. Paint Party Headquarters with Heidi Easley is one. That's going to be my Paint Party godmother for life. And then because of her, I've met so many amazing Paint Party business owners, Delencia and Crystal. Now, the last names go right out of my head, but they are over Paint Party Hub. And their membership is actually going on, I think, through Monday. Heidi's, I'm not sure when hers opens back up again, but she's through Texas Art and Soul. So you can actually go there and see Texas Art and Soul and then Paint Party Hub. Check them out on social media. All right, so this is kind of drying. I'm trying to see what colors I might want to do with the lips, but right now, I think I'm going to add just a little bit of that magenta down here. Okay, so most of it is dry. But I'm just going to go right on up in here a little bit. All right, so I think we're pretty well. All right. So it's a nice rich color. And these lashes, baby, I don't know if we're going to be able to handle that with the tip of this brush. We're going to try and try not to mess up. So we're going to try to push out as much water as possible. Push out as much paint as possible. Let me grab a little bit of this brown too to come up here so it's not so stark. Black, jet black. So we're coming right on up over here with a little binder of that brown. So we're going to come on up in here with a little bit of that too. I'm not sure which way I want to go with some of this yet. Okay. All right, so we're coming up in here. I'm going to grab, oh boy, come on, little computer. Hang in there. All right, so we're kind of knocking down that part a little bit. Oh, let's see what we're going to do with this eyelash situation. All right, so I just mixed back up a little bit more. I got just a little bit of black and I pushed out most of it here. I dipped into the water just a little bit. And so I pushed out most of that. And so now we're just going to try to work with this tip and see what we have. So we're going to come right here. Come through hand. All right. Oh, that's well, we're going to have to go back and paint a little bit of. All right. All right, so that we didn't do so well on that, but we're just going to improvise and say that's what we meant to do. And honey, when I tell you this little hand is shaking right now, something terrible. That's okay. We'll come right on up here. We'll come right on over here. I'm going to go back and pick up some more black, and I'm just going to go right on the tip. Okay. Now see, I might, like I said, might have to come back and do this part just with marker because sometimes these fingers just won't let me come around there. All right, so when you add a little bit of the shading, just a little bit, it just makes things pop a little bit more. Now, I may have to let that part dry out a little bit before I come back. Let's see. All right. So let's get a little bit more of this black. We're just going to come right on back here. All right, so got to figure out. I'm going to go a little bit darker right here. You know, All right, so we are just about finished for the most part. So this particular one actually went along pretty quickly, but at a paint party event, now this is the 9 by 12 size here. It will probably be more like an 11 by 14. Okay, I think that's the way we're going to start leaning uh, unless we get special requests. So even in my paint party lookbook right now, I still have the 8 by 10. We may go ahead and pop that on out. So I'm just doing like a second coat. I probably need a third coat to kind of blur that out. Okay. But for right now, I think everything is going pretty well. I hope what I'm about to do is not about to make this computer go crazy. I'm trying to find my, yep, here we go. I already hear it getting ready to take off. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me scooch that down. Yes, I just wanted to take a quick peek at my reference. I wonder if I shared the screen, how that would work out. But I better not, especially since I already hear my computer ramping up now, so I don't want it to cut off. It cut off yesterday. All right, so I'm going to add just a little bit of white highlight here, a little bit here. All right, and maybe just a little bit above the ear. All right, just a little bit right on the bridge of the nose. A little bit right here. Boom. All right. A little bit right on the shoulder there. All right, a little bit on this shoulder back here. Let me go the other direction. All right. And I think we're just about done for that. Just going to do just a little bit right on the top here. Okay. I like it. Okay. Right. So here we go. Trying to do things with this little brush. Well, for the most part, I want to say that we are pretty much done. We might see a couple more little things that we might want to fix here and there. You know, but overall, we're just adding a little bit of highlight here and there just to brighten it up a little bit. And we're going to leave that alone. Now, once it's dried, I look at it over a couple of days. This is my issue. This is creative's dilemma. When are you really finished? When are you really finished? You know, All right. I think we're going to wrap this up. I think that's coming along pretty nicely. So I'm looking at it. A couple more things I probably could do, but for right now, I'm okay. I'm happy. So I don't know. What do you think? Let me join you again. Let's see. Let me bring my light a little bit closer. All right. So what do you think? Let me tilt it the right way. Am I on the right spot? I'm going in the wrong direction. All right. So let's see if we put this here. Come in a little bit closer. Back up. I'm trying to tilt it the right way, guys, so I can do my. I think it's okay. I might be able to go along and do a little bit of black marker here and there, but I think we're fine. So let me greet you again. Thank you so much. Y'all, let me, because it's bugging me. How do I straighten it out? All right. I think that's a little bit better. All right. Okay. So this, like I said, is a 9 by 12 size. The 11 by 14 is just a little bit. If you add 2 more inches, like 1 inch all the way around, that will be the 11 by 14 inch size. And that's the ideal size right now. The 16 by 20, do we still have those available? Yes. We're just going to say those are just by demand. But for shipping, 11 by 14 and maybe the 8 by 10, 9 by 12, 12 by 16. Those are kind of like the sizes, but 11 by 14 is going to be the size. So this is Bernaid Flanoy popping in to paint on a Sunday. We're trying to get it straight, y'all. We're just struggling. Okay. We are just really not high key, low key struggling. So this is another lovely design by hashtag Paint Party Hub. I need to put it in the comments somewhere. So thank you for popping in. If you caught the replay, hopefully today was a little bit better. Yesterday couldn't get up and going. I mean, you know, tech problems come, but we keep moving over here. Have an amazing rest of your week. I may be popping on a little bit more because it's fall. There's so many designs. I haven't even started with the pumpkin, y'all. Okay. Let alone a couple of it's just too much goodness. But we want to make sure we have those out there. So check the ad, check my website. I do have an event locally here. I want to paint with you online. And it looks like Thursdays or Sundays might be the day for that. So it looked like I had quite a few people kind of popping in. So the 5 o'clock hour may be a good time. Now my, I'm going to call them mini minds, mini classes. That would be how to kind of structure a basic portrait. Now I deal with beginners now. This is portrait drawing / painting for beginners. Okay. So that's who I'm going after. I'm not going after the people that already know what they're doing, even though some of the designs are really cute. I'm a portrait painter. I love faces. So this one is a design that I was able to purchase the licensing for and offer it to you. So let me know. Hopefully by what's today? 7, 8, 9. Hopefully maybe by the 10th to get this on my website. Okay. That's what I'm hoping. But in person, you know, if you have like a special request and you're like, girl, I really love that painting, I want to do it. Send me a direct message or email me at bernaid@thepaintedpose or info @thepaintedpose.com. Right. I'm out here on these social media streets. You can contact me, get into the direct messages. Okay. LinkedIn. Hey, blink, blink, blink. Somebody hopped into my direct messages the other day to ask about paint party with their people. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I do that. I just posted about a paint party fundraiser that I helped with last week. So yeah, we're out here doing these things, and I'm so grateful. Even though I love painting by myself, right now I think this is the season where I'm supposed to be obedient in having you paint. And if that's not for you, share it with that person. And this is not this is not relaxing for everybody. Some people, this is very stressful because they want to be in control. That brush and that paint, sometimes they have their own way. All right. Oops. But what did Bob Ross say? They're only happy accidents. So sometimes it can be recovered very easily without a bunch of stress, and you can keep moving and enjoy the process. But that's just for a few where it's not relaxing for. But for the majority, people enjoy moving this ooey gooey mushy stuff around, especially when they've got some basic tips. That's what I want to give you, some basic, easy to follow directions, and you keep it moving. All right. So watch out October. I think I'm going to do two. One for I'm going to say portrait math, where you know where to put the eyes, the nose, the mouth. And then two for the mixing of the skin tone. So my Facebook group is open right now. I think I'm going to probably keep it a free group right now. Yeah, for right now, November, I may open up the Canvas Club membership to see if people are interested. If people are not interested, why offer it? But I think now that I'm on here more frequently, more regularly, people can see that, okay, she is going to show up for us. Mm-hmm. If you have any questions, ask me. I will answer them. But what I've had issues with, if I send you an email, you may think that I may not have sent it, but it may be in your junk or spam. All right. So let me throw her name out here again. I got a Patricia Rios out here, baby. If you've been needing to claim your prize, all right. You've been needing to claim it, but I can't find you on social media, and I've tried to email. So I'm going to go back and look and see if you left a phone number on your Happy Mail application. Because, baby, I got something over here for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull out that big 12. I might pull out that 14-inch box, baby, and stuff it full because I appreciate you coming in. Now, be on the lookout, too, for my giveaways for the graphite paper for tracing. So if you go to my website right now, I know I need to up my game on the downloads that are there. What they say, rest and believe that that's coming up. We're almost, look, some of y'all just went back to school. We've been in school 8 weeks. This is coming up on 9 weeks, if my math is right. Either this is week 10, week 9. I don't know. We lost and confused out here. It's no longer, it's just school. All right. So coming up on a fall break, man, get with me. I want to offer some beta, some trial. I'm going to call them portrait pops, some portraits where you send me in a couple of images. You send me in a quote or, your favorite saying or something like that. And you send me in a couple of colors. Okay. Maybe 2 to 5 colors. And inside of that, silver or gold or rose gold or something like that. But yeah, we've got some things on the horizon. We're getting a little more laser focused. I want to paint online. Okay. So if you know some people that wherever they are, they want to paint online too. I don't know if I'm going to send you the canvas or whether or not make sure you have the tracer download. So we're trying some things out, and you never know till you try. So that's what we're doing. So once again, if you know of some people that would love, working with me, send my information to them, or reach out to, well, no, you can't get me theirs without their permission. So send my information to them, have them reach out to me through my website. Get on my website, thepaintedpose.com. Y'all, I don't know what's going on out here. I'm only on live, y'all. But anyway, it is what it is. I am signing off. Have an amazing rest of your day. Man, I really want to keep painting now that I've gotten started. I really do want to keep painting. Let me put all these nails up here, y'all. All right, so that's going to be my YouTube cover. Come on through here. Share my YouTube. Like it, subscribe. What do they say? Turn on the notifications so when you know I'm live. So I kind of like this Sunday afternoon. Let me close this paint while I'm with you. I kind of like my Saturday mornings too, but this Sunday afternoon is all right. I was able to sit down and rest just a little bit. I haven't eaten. We're about to go in and get some victuals together. Okay. Oh. All right. I got to go ahead and find out what this noise is. I'm signing off. Till the next time, have an amazing, amazing rest of your Sunday. I'm hoping that you're getting some self-care. This is self-care for me, inviting you in while I paint. And I'm hoping that you're painting or creating as well. So for like the 8th time, I'm signing off. I'm doing it for real now. I mean, me and Bob, and I don't know, I gotta name this young lady now. She's dry. Okay, me and Bob, and okay, Bob. All right, there we go. We signing off, y'all. You can click this right button.